Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to do a song by a long-time dear friend of mine, Shelley Posen. Now, I've done a few of Shelley's songs on this before, but I hadn't done this one, and it's a song that I had actually forgotten about, but I ran across it recently. It's an older song of his. Anyway, I decided that I'd like to learn it, and so I called Shelley up and told him that I was going to do this song, and he was delighted to hear that. But he told me that this is actually the very first song that he ever wrote. And I was amazed. I was just amazed. Now, Shelley's one of the cleverest songwriters that I've ever known. And if this is the first song that he ever wrote, I think that was the harbinger of things to come for sure. Anyway, he wrote it. He was living with his wife, Maxine, in Philadelphia. He told me that he was working on preparing his PhD dissertation. And one day, his wife, Maxine, announced that she was going to go out and have a drink with Jane, a friend of hers. So she left, and I guess Shelley sat there for a moment and thought to himself, that sounds like a song. So this is what came out, Having a Drink with Jane. When my day's work is done, and it hasn't been fun, and I need someone calm, cool, and sane, I know what I'm primed for. I know that it's time for having a drink with Jane. When what's pissing me off is that gang at the office, and work has been fogging my brain. The thing that I pray for, the end of the day for, is having a drink with Jane. Well, some crave their tater-tates, vodka, tomato juice with Tabasco and lime. It doesn't much matter as long as the chatter is with the right person at the right place and time. Well, the decor's too bright and the waiter's half tight, and the jazz ain't exactly Coltrane. The joint isn't classy, no white wine with Cassie, where I have a drink with Jane. But when the world is too cold and I'm feeling too old for the lust after lucre and gain, I forget about pelf and renew myself by having a drink with Jane. We sit at a table, squeeze in if we're able, or stand at the bar, don't complain. We drink Bloody Marys, martinis or sherries, or perhaps if it suits, we'll have flutes of champagne. When the pros are all calm and the pressure is on, and I'm tired of life in the fast lane, there's nothing more calming, more soothing, embalming than having a drink with Jane. Well, they've stolen my bike and the cabs are on strike, and I see I've just missed my last train. But what do I care when I pull up my chair and have one more drink with Jane? Department disasters or soi-disant masters, the talk's always light and urbane, of where to find pate or the best cafe latte, or outlets for bargains and furniture stain. Well, I hate to say so, but I really must go, for that feeling's come o'er me again. Since I started this song, it's been far, far too long since I last had a drink with Jane. It's time to have a drink with Jane. I'm awful thirsty. I'm gonna have a drink with Jane. Having a Drink with Jane by Shelley Posen. Thanks, Shelley.